Hello and welcome to First Impressions, where I take a look at the first episode of whatever series, review it, and make predictions of the rest of the series. Today, I have another new show. It's a Netflix original, strangely enough, and it's called Yokio. For the longest time, I kept getting sort of a Boss Baby vibe from it, where all I heard about it was memes. Just constant memes. So I decided to sit down and watch the first episode, and this review is going to be interesting. So, how is it? Is it good? Is it bad? Well, I don't want to spoil anything right in the intro, so let's just get started. This episode starts off with promotional footage, I assume for tourism, that explains some history for Yokio. I won't go through the whole thing, so let me just summarize. There's a gigantic city called Yokio, and it's rich and grand and all the prestigious events are held there, but then demons attack. So they import these magical beings called exorcists, or rat catchers, and have them help the demon problem in exchange for citizenship to the city. I will admit, I really like the premise for this, and if the writing is good, this could be a really interesting series. One anime opening that feels nothing like an anime opening later, and we meet our protagonist, Kaz Khan, along with his robot butler, Charles. Charles then gives him a watch that came from his ex-girlfriend who broke up with him 3 weeks ago. He then throws it off a building. Why would you destroy a perfectly good watch? Everyone else is asking the same question, including Charles and...
Hell yeah, it is. That's a dope-ass watch.
Black guy! Fucking... All I can think of when hearing him talk is token black guy. Please tell me I'm not the only one. Look, maybe I'm in the wrong. Maybe he has heaps of character development later on in the series. But in this episode, he's barely in it and, well, there you go. Also, his other friend isn't much better. Anyways, they're talking about the game for field hockey, but Kaz Khan is still depressed, just doesn't want to bother, and...
Sorry guys, but I can barely navigate the hellish vortex between breakfast and dinner, let alone the labyrinth of the field hockey field.
Who wrote this? Anyways, Charles then informs Kaz of an appointment he had with his Aunt Agatha at a restaurant. When they arrive, then they reveal a list of potential bachelors and... why? This is something I expect to see on a newspaper or in an article online, not on a gigantic tower in the middle of the city. Are people really so into this kind of stuff that they have to broadcast it like it's some massive world-changing event? Oh, and we also get to know the name of his rival and won't meet him until later. Lovely. Oh, and also...
2 is the loneliest number, Charles. Especially when you're second to a jackass.
Who wrote this? Anyways, he walks up and meets with Agatha and...
Who cares what time it is when the future's an interminable abyss of whackness?
Who wrote this? Anyways, they have a bit of banter that I think is supposed to be world building, but it's just so uninteresting that I can't be asked to care. Anyways, Agatha then tells Kaz about how Helena, a fashion blogger, got possessed by a demon and was told to go and exorcise her, despite his protests of, I'm depressed. However, Kaz decides to put up with it and go suit shopping. By touch. Without his eyes. Who wrote this? Anyways, we soon meet his rival, Evangelo, who gets his own intro card, and yet literally no one else does. So why is he so special? Anyways, they seem to almost get into a fight, but the store clerk stopped them, so they have a conversation in the changing rooms. Evangelo insults him for having to work, which pisses Kaz off so much they blast him through the walls. Hey, you know what they say, talk shit, get hit. The scene ends with Kaz saying that he will in fact be at the field hockey game. Before we continue, I want to bring up these bodyguards that serve Evangelo and how they aren't wearing any pants. Why? Why are you missing your pants? Or maybe those are sports shorts since, well, what kind of underwear has pockets in them? But that raises another question. Why would you wear sports shorts like that with tuxedos? They don't match. This annoys me so much more than it really fucking should. Anyways, he then goes down to 14th Street, which is underwater, and meets up with Helena's #1 fans and parents. Turns out that she got a custom-made jacket, and after a couple of days, she got worse. Now she's trapped in a bubble. He then goes in and tries to swoon her, but that doesn't work. So he does a thing, but gets thrown across the room and gives up. The father then angrily tells him to leave, so they go to a graveyard. To visit a dead relative? No, to lie down on his own grave. Why do you have this? Were you planning suicide within the 3 weeks before this episode, or do you just have such godlike forward planning skills that you were able to plan all the way up to your death? Well, it leads to a conversation with an old man spraying his dead wife's grave with her favorite perfume, to which Kaz acts like an ass, and the conversation leads to Kaz realizing that the jacket's what's possessed. Wow, Kaz, you're so smart. He then hurries back to have a conversation about why the demon found it too easy because they're all in vain and...
Karl Lagerfeld said vanity is the healthiest thing in life.
Vanity is the healthiest thing in life? What is this, Platoon?
No, I believe it's TF2.
Oh, well, that makes more sense. Oh well, that's my cameo. Love you, honey.
Love you too, honey. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. We get an action scene. A very short-lived action scene. Kaz then exercises her, which causes all of her clothes to explode off. What? I thought the jacket was what's possessed, not her entire outfit. Why did all of her clothes get ripped out? You know what? Never mind. I don't want to know. So it turns out that the bubble still lives and decides to pull him in, but not before saying this line.
Oh no!
I guess Kaz found his inner Knuckles.
Oh no!
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 The bubble then proceeds to shrink down and try to squish Kaz, only for him to, concentrate so hard that he bursts the bubble. Afterward, the ceiling bursts and lets all the water in. Realistically, this whole house should have been flooded, but we're in a sappy cartoon land, so who cares? Anyways, they have a few words that suggest Helena might be in a love interest, and despite needing to do so, she doesn't ask about why she's in her underwear. Anyways, the last scene of the episode is a field hockey between two teams. Kaz then shows up, managing to help his team even the score out, but then gets knocked down by Evangelo, which gives Kaz a penalty shot, and against all odds, he manages to make the winning goal, ending the episode off with a monologue from Kaz. So, this episode is stupid. Incredibly stupid. The character is either bland or an asshole, the music is all classical, even in fight scenes, the action, while it looks nice, is short and doesn't last very long, and the writing is, well,
Interminable abyss of whackness.
I can see someone getting ironic enjoyment out of this, as it is the kind of show to just sit down with some friends and make fun of. However, well, we're here to judge the show from an unironic perspective, meaning, is it good for what it's trying to be? The answer, simply, is no. I can see this being good, but what the show really needs to pick up focus and go from there, because this episode screams mismanaged. Maybe focus on an overarching villain and show off the action more, and from there it could be a pretty good action show. As it is right now, it gets a -3 for me, as the writing is what really brings this down. Thank you all for watching this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and if you really want to help me out, you can donate to my Patreon. Links below. Thank you, and goodbye.